Greetings. Hello, hello, sunshines and sunnies. It's the beautifully untamed dame herself, Pimp Sun Kiss be the name. And I am here for, I ain't gonna lie, an extensive read for Seeing Green. But today I will be focused exclusively on the queen, Miss Onika Tanya Mirage, Miss Nicki Minaj. Her verse and a couple of other bonus songs that I picked out that I felt like were channeled throughout the song Seeing Green. So I'm not gonna waste too much time, and I'm gonna try to put some time stamps in the comment section or the description box. So for people who just want to see picker cards or just want to see certain things, it'll likely be down there for you. And if you want to sit through the whole video, please be my guest. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, we shall get into it. All right. Now we are starting with a light pick a card from two bonus songs that are channeled throughout Seeing Green. First things first, over here we have Silly, which is the freestyle remix of the song Silly. Dance flow silly. In the back. By Vic. Nicki Minaj has a remix that she did a freestyle to, and it has the big lighter, a green one next to it. And for group two, we have In My Mind by Heather Headley, which is the song that the instrumental in Seeing Green is sampled from. And that is a cinnamon stick that is accompanied on this group here. So take some time out to pick your pal, and we shall get into its messages. All right, so group one, Silly. Okay, so just real quick, right fast. Just off the rip, getting some messages. I'm hearing a fire lit under the ass. Yes, sir. So, which would also explain how the big lighter ended up here, and it is green. What I'm getting is a passion being lit coming from the heart. This group is about to start really functioning more from passion, from the heart, and getting more clear about where your heart is with certain things. I'm hearing redirection from certain people. You may be changing paths, maybe slightly, maybe drastically, but there is some slight shifting in paths. There are some things that once excited you and once got you passionate, that is not getting you passionate anymore, and it's for the purpose of you shifting to a different environment. I just heard. So some people are probably about to move to a different city or a different home, a different place, and some of you will be moving internally into a different vibration, into a different mindset or a different heart set. Let's discuss y'all's moon card here. A fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries, which does correlate with what I just said. A fiery climax approaches. So people in this group, what I'm picking up on is y'all might have been feeling or might be feeling some pretty intense sporadic anxiety as of late or right now, and Spirit is putting you in position to start learning how to use that anxiety for good, as opposed to letting the anxiety turn into nervousness or turn into fear and stop you from doing what you need to do. Spirit is putting you in a position to recognize your anxiety and see it in a different light, so that you are able to use it as passion, use it as enthusiasm, and use it as adrenaline. A lot of people don't know or realize that when it comes to performing of any kind, whether it's a sport, whether it's performing arts, when it comes to performing, there's a certain level and a certain amount of anxiety that you need running through you so that you can excel to the point of which you need to excel to get to your highest potential. It's just all about knowing how to use that anxiety. And most people who are performers either naturally know how to do it, or they have gotten to a point of knowing how to use that anxiety to better themselves and to entertain. So here for y'all's art card, we have the meal bananas. It's yellow, and the number 3 is by Paul Gowan. So what I'm picking up here is people in this group include more yellow foods in your diet. That could be bananas, banana peppers, yellow peppers, pineapples, anything yellow that is of produce, that is good for you, that is natural, that is herbal. Yellow things. Paint your room yellow, paint your nails yellow, surround yourself with yellow, because there is some confidence building that needs to happen. And also that can be done through your diet. Sometimes it's food that you are putting into your stomach, which is where your solar plexus resides and resonates, which yellow is the color of the solar plexus. So certain things that you eat, if you may notice, if you eat something full of fat and sugar like cake or a muffin or something of that nature, or something that's preservative, it'll bring you down and make you sluggish. And also it'll put in your mind like a lack of confidence. It'll put in your mind to be fatigued, to be less than. And putting more yellow things in your diet, surrounding yourself with more yellow, eating more natural things, things of that nature, will help automatically raise your vibration, raise your mindset, and raise your energy levels. So that's definitely what I'm getting with this card. Meditate upon your solar plexus chakra and seek out some affirmations to speak life and love and worthiness into yourself and into your passions. Because, like y'all's moon card said, fire approach is arriving. So, also, with that being said, this card is full moon in Aries. So you may have Aries in your chart, and you may just need to channel that Aries mindset. Aries are very like, I see what you're saying, I hear what you're talking about, but I got plans, I got goals, and I need to do that. So all of that really can't matter right now, such as negativity. So get into that Aries mindset. You know, some people think that Aries are naive and airheaded, and sometimes they can be, but for most of the time, especially when it comes to being creative, when it comes to being active and performing, that helps them, because it helps them to exceed all odds and not focus on the negative, and not focus on what other people have to say, and not focus on the obstacles in front of them. It's a matter of breaking through, doing what you need to do. So I hope that helped, and we are going to move along to group 2, bars. I hope that helped. I will see y'all in the next one. All right, group 2, y'all chose, in my mind, y'all chose the cinnamon stick. So for y'all who don't know, cinnamon sticks can be used similar to the way that sage is used, burning it, clearing the air, cleansing your energy, smudging it, things of that nature. And cinnamon is good for your roots, sacral, and your solar plexus chakra. It's good for money rituals, it's good for grounding rituals, it's good for creative rituals, all of that. And it smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. It also is good for ingesting it. Is good for lowering your blood pressure, calming your nerves. It's also good for soothing menstrual symptoms such as cramps, such as bloatedness and fatigue, moodiness, and all of that. Cinnamon is really good for you. So I'm picking up that you might need to get some cinnamon in your life, and also work on your lower chakras. I'm sensing that there is some alignment issues that is happening with your lower chakra. So what I mean by that is, when your root chakra is good, but it may cause your solar plexus and your sacral to be kind of off. When your sacral is on it, it's good, but then your other ones are falling off. So what it's saying is that you need to get to a space where you are aligning them and balancing them, so that they all can function at once, much like how your spine does. It has different elements and levels of it, but it is aligned to keep you upright and stable and flexible and functioning. I hope that made sense. Yoga is your best friend. So, to get into y'all's cards, when I pulled these cards, I asked, why did the artist choose to sample this song in particular? In my mind, why did they choose to sample this song for Seeing Green? Because it is a R&B song. So it made them say, we're going to take a heartfelt R&B song and put it to a hardcore, if you will, hip hop song. I found this so interesting. So that's a lot of what I channeled here, and of course, the messages. So what we came out with is the Queen of Swords and integration, the number 30. And there's yellow again. So definitely what I'm getting from this is, even though these are rappers on the song, I'm picking up and I'm hearing that each of these rappers, Nicki Minaj, Wayne, and Drake, have just come out of a rut, if you will, both artistically and in their personal life. So it's like they got to a point of forgetting what they were doing it for and who they were doing it for, and possibly gotten to a point where they just started doing things for other people's approval, doing what they thought other people wanted them to do, doing what they thought they wanted to do, or what they thought was best for them and best for their careers, based off what had been working for so long. And the period that they just came out of helped them realize that even though they are rappers and even though they are successful, there's still a certain amount of heart and also heart chakra work that they have to do and be consistent in and maintain in order to be the best that they can be and continue to evolve in everything that they do and everything that they are. So I got that Heather Headley in particular, and this song in particular, is such a heartfelt and soulful song that it put them in position to really like ignite and put their heart back into their work and back into what they were doing and back into their functionalities and even into their interactions with each other, which ultimately ended up bringing them back together. Which brings us to this card right here, integration. Integrating two different genres, hip hop and R&B soul music, not to mention each of these artists are integrated artists. They do multiple genres of music. Each of them has done R&B, singing to some capacity as it concerns Wayne or whatever. But singing, rapping, acting. These are multifaceted artists. So they are integrated in spirit, they are integrated in abilities, they are integrated in personalities, and they are integrated with how they use their gifts, which goes back to this Queen of Swords card, whereas Heather Headley uses her voice to sing, and they use their voice to speak, if you will, sometimes sing. And so what I'm getting from this is that they had something to say. And so for this group in particular, it's like your higher chakras are ready to go, but your lower chakras are hindering you, because this group in particular probably feels unsafe when they start to speak. This group in particular has probably been told to shut up a lot, probably been told that it's best that they keep silent. Probably the truth tellers and or the black sheeps of your family, of your environment. You see a lot and you say what you see, and every time you start speaking truth or bringing things to people's attention because they are not in alignment, they want to try to shut you up. But Spirit is saying that it's time to release your grasp on other people's thoughts and opinions and release other people's grasp off of you, so that you can start using your voice and integrating everything that is you. I'm picking up that y'all are multifaceted beings, much like Nicki Minaj, Wayne, and Drake. Nicki Minaj in particular. Y'all are more than likely multifaceted beings, and Spirit is putting you in position to see all of the different sides of yourself, accept them, and bring them together in order to use what you got to get what you want, boo, and continue to grow and evolve. Some of you, I'm feeling like y'all probably got to a space where you felt stuck or felt like you reached your peak and there was no further and no more for you to go. And Spirit is opening you up to see the alternative, to see that it is not over. You did not reach your peak. You reached a peak, but it wasn't the peak. You got some more peaking to do, okay? So, honestly, I hope that helped. Group 2, definitely get those lower chakra affirmations, root, sacral, and solar plexus. Do some affirmations, do some meditation, do some yoga, okay? And start honing your craft. Start forcing yourself to write, forcing yourself to journal, forcing yourself to freestyle, forcing yourself to sing, force yourself to do it. And in the process, speak life into yourself, speak affirmations into yourself in the process. Even when you start to get frustrated with yourself, speak compassionate to yourself. Be honest about the negativity that you feel, and at the same time counteract that with loving, nice, compassionate things, encouraging things to say to yourself. And I hope that helps, and we are going to get into the rest of the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. All right, so for this portion of the video, I am going to get into a couple of lyrics from Miss Nicki Minaj's verse. And the purpose of me going through these particular lyrics is because I feel like she was saying some pretty deep shit in pretty simplistic type ways. And I feel like there are some notes that can be taken from Miss Onika in the midst of these lyrics, and also may help you all to see her differently and to consume her differently, if you will. So first things first, of course, her verse starts off talking about, I am the star in any room that I stand in. I am the standout, you just my stand in. So in this particular lyric, she is definitely flexing. She is definitely popping her shat throughout the entire verse. Honestly, that's what all of them do throughout their entire verses of this song, and in particularly speaking on their accomplishments, if you will. Lightly speaking on their accomplishments, knowing what they got, knowing how they use it, and knowing where they are and who they are, okay? And as she said, she is the star, which her birth, what was I going to say birthstone? But her zodiac sign is a Sagittarius, and the Sagittarius tarot card is the star. So she literally is the star. And the reason why she is such the star that she is, both personally and in the industry, entertainment wise, is because she knows that she is the star. And nobody else has been able to knock her off of her rocker, no matter how much people have tried, no matter how much adversity has come against her. Nobody has been able to knock her off of her throne or take anything from her, because she knows who and what she is and what her role is. She is the star in any room that she stands in, okay? And she knows that she stands out. So people who try to imitate her, people who try to speak down on her, are ultimately just standing because they know that she stands out, which goes into a lot of people. If you found yourself here, 9 times out of 10, you've probably been made to feel bad for standing out, being called weird or being called too much, or nobody's going to understand you, nobody's going to be able to consume you being like that. You need to tone that down to make me comfortable. Can you imagine how much Nicki Minaj has heard that especially when she first came into the industry, when she was first getting her feet into the game. She had many songs where she rapped on that, in particular about people telling her, oh, you won't be able to rap and sing on the same track. You won't be able to have these pop songs and these hardcore songs on the same album, this, that, and the third. And what she did it. People telling her that she would never match Lil Kim. People telling her that she could never go up against certain male artists or get to certain places. And she did it. Absolutely everything that she spoke into herself and spoke into the energy and spoke into her songs came to light. Even in songs that you heard recently, certain lyrics that she had, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but there's a certain lyric that she spoke recently that was like, everything I spoke I manifested. Everything that she spoke on in her songs has came into fruition. Okay, ain't pushing out his babies till he buy the rock. Now, regardless of what you think about her husband, honey, she didn't push out now piece of baby until he bought the rock. Okay. She said that she wanted everything. She wanted to have a successful career, be rich, be famous, be herself, have a marriage, have a baby, have it all. And what did she do? She did that. She did it all, which made her the star, which is ultimately something that I feel like Spirit has been really channeling to us. The Most High has really been channeling that to us and trying to get us into that mindset a lot lately, because I feel like the older generation, our parents and our grandparents, has tried to get us to see things and function in things from such a black and white perspective for so long that we doubt ourselves so much. Even when what we want is right in our face, we doubt that we deserve it. We doubt that we can have it. Even if it's in our hands, we are doubting it, because for so long we've been pressured to choose, to be either or. You can't have this or that. For women, it's like either a career or have a family, either be successful or get married and your husband be successful and you have to live off of him. She has defied all of those odds, not to mention people having told her that her time is up and she's getting too old to do this and that. Baby, oh, where? Too late where? Too late for who? It ain't ever too late until you decide that it's too late. And that is ultimately, definitely the example that she is giving to us, okay? The next lyric that we are getting into, let me also reiterate. Don't try to stand in. Okay? Don't try to blend in with the crowd. Those things that are different about you, we're in a space of transmuting that negative self-talk into, this is who I am, this is who I need to be in order to fulfill the destiny that I chose before I even stepped foot on this earth, that me and God discussed before he even placed me here. Okay. These just copy my homework. That's what they hands in. You probably have been seeing people imitate you in certain ways. Some of the same people that told you that, oh, that's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to do that. And lightly, you've probably, or blatantly, you've probably been looking around and seeing those same people make attempts at doing the things that they told you that you wouldn't be able to do. Do you realize that that made you a teacher to them in a way? And that's what I'm hearing Spirit is saying right now. It's basically saying, like, yeah, people are going to try to copy you, and a lot of times it's going to be those same people that doubted you, that spoke doubt over you. And the way that you honestly need to look at that, as opposed to seeing it as like, why are they doing this to me? Da, 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 da. Like, no, look at it as like, why is this happening for me? And the reason why it's happening is basically to get you to see how powerful you are, the influence that you really truly have over people. Those people ego bust you because those are their own fears and they can't see past their own fears and limitations, and they probably are not dealing with themselves and their own stuff, so they have to project that onto you because it's easier for them, because that's all they feel like they can do. But when you start really putting all your eggs into your own basket and honing your craft and grinding it out the way you need to do for yourself to accomplish your goals, when you succeed and people start seeing you being consistent and succeeding, they are going to be inspired. And that haterade is going to transmute into them honing their own crafts and doing what they need to do for themselves. And even if they continue to copy you, you see how many people have tried to copy Nicki Minaj? And how many of them have been successful at it? Only when they pay homage and take inspiration and start doing things in their own way, integrating it with their own uniqueness, do they start to excel and propel in the way that Cardi B has, and in the way that Megan Thee Stallion has, and in the way that Doja Cat has. Each of these women took notes from Nicki Minaj and those that came before her, and then they ran with it and integrated with their own uniqueness, and here they are, dipping and doing it. Okay. So that's practically what that is getting into. And then we have Swan Private, like the airports that I land in. She has a private jet, which we have seen often. We have heard her talk about it often. That was my man on G5 was my idea of an update. Okay. And that is getting into being more private with your moves, moving in silence. Some people you really can't talk to, and in certain times it's really not good to tell people your plans, because certain dark entities that you can't see, and then certain people that you can see, can intentionally manifest and blindly manifest negativity and blocks and delays into your space and into your creative realm and into your personal realm, honestly. And that is getting into you being more like, yeah, like Nicki Minaj. But when I said that, I feel like she takes that inspiration from Eminem. Eminem is the visual that I got when I said that, because Eminem is the type of artist to do no promotion, no interviews, or none of that. Just pop out a bag on your ass and here, go an album, and it's fire. So it's channeling that energy, channeling that Nicki Minaj and Eminem energy, where you're not blowing up a whole lot of smoke or keeping up drama or doing a whole lot of stunts and shows and clickbait just to get people to look at you, to let them know that you're doing something, or telling everybody what it is that you're doing or what you're working on specifically and all of that. Like, ain't nothing wrong with saying, oh, I'm working on some stuff, da 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 da, and just leaving it at that. But going into detail and all of this other stuff and telling people so much about your blessings, you gotta know who you can talk to and who you can't, and then also know that there's a time and a place for everything. And sometimes it's not the best spiritual time or the best spiritual space, if you will, both etherically and also for people in general to receive that, because you can end up just, blindly manifesting blocks into your own space, and we don't need that. Okay. Figure out how you can educate people with your craft. Whatever your thing is, whatever your talent is, whatever your career is that you are delving in right now and that you feel like is your divine path, figure out ways that you can use that to be both educational and entertaining. That's what I just channeled. Life is a beach house, don't let the sand in. Balling in the arena, go let the fans in. Hey, okay. So, beach house, don't let the sand in. Don't let the haters in. Don't let that negativity in. A beach house is beautiful. Beach house is clean. It's supposed to be where you go to be, serene and everything. Okay? So, you go in there to relax. You don't want to let the sand in. That's work you got to do. And you know how hard it is for sand to get sand out of things. Okay, I went to the Bahamas one time, was on the beach and all of that. I came back with so much sand in my drawers, in my hair, my socks, everything. Sand is easy to get into places and hard to get out. It's like getting toothpaste out of the tube and trying to put it back in there. So that's basically what it's saying. It's really easy for negativity to get into your space and get into your mind, and it's hard to get it out. So be very careful about who and what you allow in your space, and be very careful about who and where you allow yourself to be at. Okay, now. Arena is a Spanish word for sand. Spanish word for sand. Spanish word for beach. Spanish word for sand. So that's some wordplay right there when she says, I'm balling in the arena, go to let the fans in. So fan the sand out. Go let the fans in. And that's also saying, let your fans in, go where you are wanted, invite in who wants you, want what and who wants you. Don't focus on the negativity. And I'm picking up that's something that Cardi B has, I mean, that's something that Nicki Minaj has had to learn the hard way. Not giving energy to everything, learning how to choose her battles. For a while, Nicki would be on her Beyonce stuff and not say nothing, not address the public, not address any naysayers, this and that. And then we saw a period where she started to come out more. She started to address more. She started to get into it more with people on social media and this, that, and the third. And what this is giving me, and also what I'm channeling is, and I just saw a bunch of sixes, so it's like reflection. She had a whole reflection period. I'm picking up that it was around the time when she was really getting into the motions of trying to have her baby. She really put in time, soul time, to do shadow work and to reflect and to heal certain parts of her, to find the parts of her that she didn't even know needed healing, and to heal it before she started to go through the process of being pregnant and also bringing that baby into the world and being its mother. She wanted to make sure that she cleared out and healed as much as she possibly could. And unconsciously, y'all, I started rolling this piece of cinnamon in my hand, in which cinnamon is a energy cleanser, and it does help to clear out traumatic pain, traumatic bonds, trauma bonds, and things of that nature. It helps with that. And I started rolling it just impulsively when I was saying that. But yeah, she really took the time out to heal and figure out some areas where she went wrong, and also where her parents went wrong with her. And one of the things that she learned is that she needed to learn how to choose her battles and how to direct her energy appropriately. And it taught her that she needs to put more of her focus into the people who are rooting for her, into the people who see it for her, into the people who are supporting her genuinely, into the people that are speaking positively towards her and speaking life into her. Those are the people that she has learned honestly deserve her work, deserve her energy, deserve her attention, deserve her speaking to them and interacting with them. And whereas she is working on, still to this day, no longer attaching herself or her identity to naysayers, because at one point she really was getting encompassed with that. Because Nicki Minaj is a person that fuels herself off other people's haterade, meaning that she would use it as examples of what not to do or how not to be, and use that to like encourage herself to like keep going. But she's found that she needs to balance that more, because it was causing her to pay too much attention to what the negative things that people were saying and doing towards her. That makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And so now she's in a space of loving who loves her. And that's what we really need to take from her. That's what we really need to take from this song throughout all of the process and throughout all the adversity that we face we really need to focus on and channel and cling to more of the good things. And I started to hear Janae Aiko's song, I think it's Eternal Sunshine, where she says, all of the good things, all of the good things, all of the good, 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 all of the good. Okay, that's the song that we are channeling right there, just impromptu. Okay, came to me. Channel all of the good things. Okay, and that is what helps propel you forward and keeps you fulfilled in the midst of doing what you do. It keeps you having a reason to do what you do from the heart. So we're gonna move into the next pick a card, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope you're enjoying the video so far.